Hello.
Hola, Primas.
Hola, hola. Do you remember us?
We're back.
We're back. We need like a theme song of we're back. Guess who's back? Back again.
This seems to be a reoccurring theme.
It is every single time, but it's okay. We're back. We're here.
Yeah.
We took some time off. What's that sound? It's like Nicki Minaj. I don't know if you know it. Cut you bitches some slack, but that's not. It doesn't pertain to this. But yeah. Hi guys, welcome back. I am Clari,
And I'm Kristi.
and this is
Dear
Primas. Whew, it's been a hot minute. Let's see if we can get the
Back in the groove
wheels
of things.
turning. Yeah, and
Yes.
kind of remember how everything works because
Yeah. Hopefully you're watching us on YouTube or listening to us on Apple, on podcasts, or on Spotify. But we're on it all. So if you haven't yet, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Because we put a lot of time and effort into, the descriptions, the editing.
Yes.
So yeah, show us some love or send us to another prima that you think would, want to yap with us or listen to us yap.
Yes, we try to keep things as if you're on FaceTime / on a phone call with us. And sometimes we forget that we have listeners and not just visual people. So like we talk a lot. We're very expressive sometimes, or like we'll make faces. And I think it helps fill in the gaps if you're watching too. But we're trying to do better at I think we're, what am I trying to say? We're trying to do better with just also explaining everything in detail, not just relying on visual cues.
Yes.
But so we're back. It's been one heck of a summer, and we're excited to see you guys. And we want to bring y'all, a little bit of relatableness in this episode. We want to be intentional with what we're bringing you guys. We can catch up and do all the things, but I think we have something good to talk about that hits, all mom things and mom brain, and how that helps us just kind of keep going every day. So
yes,
without saying what the episode's about, we'll kind of get into that right going forward. But how are you, Prima? We've had a few FaceTime calls, but it's always with the children.
Yes. Yeah. Whenever you call and it's like everybody just comes in and is like, okay, I'll talk to you later.
Yeah. It's just, look at this, look at this, look at this, hear this. No, don't.
So we haven't got to the nitty gritty. Yeah.
No.
Don't press the red button. And look, I've already got a mom phone call. I put on a movie. This is how we get this done. It's 7:30. Well, the goal was 7:30. So it's 8 o'clock here in Houston and 9 o'clock in Miami.
Yeah.
So we're trying to make it work. But yeah, what have you been up to? What's your...
What have I not been up to? I feel like we were everywhere this summer. Like literally, we were in California. We started off the end of June, the middle of June, I should say, in California. It was almost
Which
a
I'm gonna write
9-day
for the next one, so you don't forget. You have to tell the story on the catch up for next one for California.
Okay,
Cloudy California story.
Yeah, we were there, and then we got back. We had a few days to kind of gather ourselves, and then Then I went away for a girls' trip to Turks and Caicos.
Which, yes, you went away and then had come back into
visitors. That my sister-in-law came, Adrian's sister, and then while she was here, my brother came with his family, and I was away, and then they were here for 2 days, I think, before I came back. So I just got back straight into it, just no downtime, just go. It was Nono's birthday. He's 3. And then Adrian went away for a bachelor party, and then my brother's family were still here, and then they left, and so then it was just me, the kids, and the dogs holding it down. And then Adrian came back, and then it was wow, and then we had a few days. We probably had a 4 or 5 day intermission, and then we had Abby and Jimmy come down. Abby's my niece, and I'm Jimmy's her boyfriend. That was so much fun though. They had a blast, and at that point, it's literally a month. All those things. We left probably June 17th, and then we ended with our last visitors July 20 something. So it's just been crazy. But
Nonstop.
super grateful, of course, to have family visiting and being able to travel. But it's just a lot getting out of the routine and then getting back into a routine.
Yes.
And then, yeah, we'll get into details of all those later. But yeah, so I feel like catching our breath still, but slowly getting back into all the things.
Yes. I feel like we've not been as busy. We intentionally took off this summer, like sports in all things. We just had All Stars, which took up a little bit of the summer, into the middle of summer. But then after that, we intentionally wanted to like before, because we know back in when fall picks up, we'll probably be back to being busy with all the things. So yeah, we've not really had too much going on.
So like no camps, because I know camp was a big thing.
We did not do camps this summer.
And
yes, this was also the first summer that I was like, you know what? We're gonna just stick it out. I really needed to test myself and my patience to see how next year was gonna go. And I think we can get into more of the actual like next year, what next year will look like in next episode.
Okay.
Whenever we do the full catch up and everything. But if you haven't listened, I think we've already talked about it in previous episodes before. Next year's gonna look a lot different. With schooling. So I think I needed to mentally prepare myself to really feel all of the emotions of what I was going to feel and what I was going to see. And I'm making it about me. Yes, I am, because I feel like when you finally get to that place and then it's like, wait a second. The place that I mean is like, they're at school 5 days a week. Now they're not going to be at school 5 days a week, where that time of 5 days a week was like a breathing moment for you. So it's going to look very different for me next year. And I needed to test myself, is what I'm saying. Does this all make sense?
A trial run.
A trial run is exactly what this was this summer. All of that to say, that's what transpired. This is what this episode, I think, is going to entail. Is all of these thoughts.
Segue for sure.
Yes.
Like Chris says, our next episode that we plan to do hopefully gets done, but we'll get into like more of what we've really been up to and updating you guys with that with the next one. This was just, we're trying to keep it a good length so we can get through, lots of good things for you guys and not
because we can yap.
Yes,
we
not
can
too
yap.
yappy. So that's a perfect segue into what this episode is going to be about. So it's kind of like looking at Kristi's new normal, what it is like for us just being in the thick of it all with the kids, all day. And if you're not, not only if you're experiencing this during summer, if you are doing that and the kids are going back to school, if you're a stay-at-home mom, primary parent, and how we tackle day to day, and then how we also get to take a step back and say, okay, this is what we need to be better at momming for ourselves, and how our partners can help, and how we've relayed that or trying to, right? Just like where we are with that. And just having those conversations and then seeing how we navigated those conversations with them and dealing with that. So, yes, that is what this episode is going to be about. And I think, a lot of you guys can relate to that, whether you're home with the kids or not. At some point, you still need that breather of a break. And so, so let's get into, we're going to kind of just start with, what does our day-to-day, what does, how are we getting through the day?
Yeah. Okay, so here's my thought process. I feel gassed at the end of the day because I feel like I let it all out. I let it all be during the day. And when I say at the end of the day, like, Claudia, I'm meaning like 5 p.m. I'm like gassed.
For sure.
And that's probably being good.
Generous. Yeah. No,
generous,
you're definitely
absolutely.
done before then, but you're
absolutely.
Like 5 o'clock, you're like, yes, I understand.
Crawling out.
Crawling.
Which is crazy because, this summer has looked a lot different than normal because John's working from home. So, those like videos where you hear things in the background and they're like, and then, they're just like calm and silent. That's John hears all the chaos, and every once in a while he'll come out and be like, what's going on? But a lot of it does look like me kicking them out of the house or us getting out of the house is really what I think starts our day or has to start our day. Or then it's just like, we don't have a routine right now.
Yeah, and that's fine.
And that's fine.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's how we can operate.
Correct. But it's it's a process finding the routine.
I agree. I 1000% agree. It really is that. And I think I don't want there to be a routine in summer because I'm so, like, okay, it's summer, so there shouldn't be a routine. But then in my mind, I'm like making up this invisible routine and schedule that needs to be done. If it's not done, I'm like, so it's just kind of like we're taking it day by day. We're taking it week by week. At the end of the day, though, 5 o'clock hits and I'm like, So what helps, I guess, if you're in that situation? And okay, so now go from your point of view and then we can.
Okay, so my point of view, I feel like, I've been doing I've been with the kids at home for Antonio 3 years now, right? But with 2, I've been doing it for almost a year and a half, 15 months to be exact. But I think, and then with the move and everything, but getting out of the house definitely is the answer. So I think right now we have, I wouldn't say like a daily routine, but we have like Tuesdays is library day. We're getting out the house to go to the library. Mondays, I've noticed that I treat like a Sunday because Saturday and Sunday, me and Adrian are in the streets with the children. We're out. We're running around.
Y'all really are. Y'all are in the streets.
We are in the streets. We are gone. Okay.
Which that's y'all's bonding time. And I love that y'all make that time for each other. And it's, the time that it's supposed to, weekends, because that's whenever
and I think we're going to kind of get in. I'll kind of get into the second half with this part, like just mix it all in. So we're also just to talk about like getting that away time as well. So before all the trips that happened, and I don't know if I talked about this on other podcasts, but Adrian started rowing club months ago. And so he was learning a new skill. He had to do that, it was like 2 or 3 weekends that he had to go both days to get certified and then be able to do it on his own time. And so now he's like kind of like a club member at the row club. And so he can go Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays. That's like the days that is open for him.
He can go Tuesdays?
So Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays is like when it's open to the members, because then they also have like the U that goes to practice, like all the universities around here go and practice. So anyway, so he started doing that, and then we finally got like the gym membership going and all the things. But I discovered my hot Pilates classes that I love to go to were just Saturday and Sundays. So basically what I'm trying to say is during the weekends, what we had established was he goes to row because he has to be there like 7 a.m. He goes then he would go ride his bike, go lift, go do whatever else he wants to do for that time amount.
In that chunk of morning.
Yeah, in the morning. And then my hot Pilates class was starting, I think, at 10:30. And so he had from 7 in the morning or 6 or however early he wants to go till that time to get back so I can then do my thing.
Yeah.
And so yes, exactly. So he had his time, I had my time. That was magnificent. It was great because we needed that alone time. Then we got back together in the evening and did our family stuff.
Give it your all. Yes.
Well, now Antonio's in soccer, and it's just like a little, drills. It's not like games, but I like it because it's building his confidence, and he's getting out there and he's learning more skills, and getting around other kids. Yeah. And I kind of like it because it's more structured than just like these 3-year-olds running back and forth, right?
Yeah.
For now, anyway. Right. But I do think that's the next step, of course. But anywho, that's Saturday morning. So now, he still has his Saturday morning to go, but that's at like 8:40, which is almost like 9. And so it'd be tight for me to try to squeeze in my class. So I was kind of getting really stressed out about the fact that this was happening. I'm like, dang, that's eating into my time. Mm-hmm. Now what's going to happen? Mm-hmm. And I don't know what I was like, because he said something like, well, I can still go rowing in the morning and then like make it to here. And then, which he can, and he did. But I was like, well, that leaves me alone every single Saturday morning to get the kids ready to get out the door. And it cuts into my time because I probably don't have that time to now make my class that I love so much.
Right.
And so, and I kind of said it not in that way, right? I said it like in a rude way.
Yeah.
And then he was like, well, all right, let's talk about this. Like, and so he got on the app and he was like, okay, it looks like this class is also available on Monday and Wednesday. And I'm like, yeah, but you also don't have like a set schedule when you get off. Like he can be in here until like 6 or 6:30 or like, I never know. And I feel like that's the part that drives me nuts is that there's no hard cutoff.
Right.
And, so he's like, okay, easy fix. I just block off my calendar after like 3 p.m. Nobody can like set a meeting with me and I'll be done. I can do whatever I need to do with the like administrative work with the kids. It's fine. But he's like, I'll be done at 3 so that you can make the 5:15. So that he's guaranteed done by 4:30 is when I would need to get out the door to do the 5:15 class because the class times changed as well. Like they had like extra classes in the summer, and now that summer's like dying down, they like have removed those classes or made them earlier.
Yeah.
And so the 5:15 class is like the one that was open on the Mondays and Wednesdays. And then he's altogether getting rid of his Saturday rowing. He's like, he's like, I'm going to go Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, and you do Monday, Wednesday, Sunday as well, right? We'll still do the tap in on Sundays. So Saturday is specifically Antonio and family time.
Yes.
And that's what last week looked like. This past week looked like. Yeah. So this is going to be our next Saturday is, what's done. But this was the first week that we did the Monday, Wednesday thing. And it was so nice. And it's just nice having that time. And
you look forward to it. And it's like, okay, I know that my stop time whenever I get me time is at this time. So it's almost like you're not like how I was describing the gassed feeling. I would almost like trick myself into thinking I can't be gassed because I have time to look forward to just me. And I'm not depleting myself to others.
And I was exhausted. Like this on Wednesday, I was tired or like,
absolutely.
But I'm like, okay, I got there. Once I got there, I was like,
once you get
like
there,
refreshed.
yes, absolutely. The hardest part is getting there and getting out and doing and having that conversation ahead of time with your partner and making that like schedule of, because it does get to a point where, because I mean, my conversation was completely different. It was a blow up of then me thinking that he knew how I felt, of how I was feeling down. But I think it was a combination of a lot of things because I mean, we can get into it later in the next episode, or maybe I already got into it, but we were looking for someone to hire full time for J&K, like the administrative stuff where all of that was off of my plate and Tristan's plate. And so where Tristan can focus on just things that he did and I focus on things that just the listing of our properties. I'm not going out and doing other things, just our properties, and that's it. I haven't even had time for that in the summer. So like going into next year, I know that I'm not going to have time for, I will have more time because I know I have full Tuesdays and Thursdays dedicated to just that. And then also, working out a priority. But like John and I both like to be active and work out. And I feel like we both need that time to ourselves to be better people to each other and better people to our kids. And I think it took me to finally like blow up and be like, well, I'm not, it was like masked as other things. Yeah. But it was really like it boiled down.
Problem.
Yes. It boiled down to that. Yes. And I felt like I was starting to almost resent him for working, which I shouldn't have felt that way. But it was like coming out. The words that I was saying and the way I was feeling was like nothing to do with that. It was just like, golly, how he can just go in the office and just like shut
out
off
the world. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
But I can't, because he has to answer to somebody still. He has other people's, or livelihoods depending on things that need answers from him that I can't. I don't know. It was just like coming out all the wrong ways where he was finally the same thing. He was like, let's sit down and let's talk about this because I think there's a solution for how you're feeling and how, but I'm terrible at expressing myself. Terrible.
And I think also part of it, it's like innately in us that like we don't not admit that we can't take it all, but like we try to do everything and we don't want to accept the fact that we need help, I think.
Yes.
Or even just asking
I
for the
agree.
help. And it's a forever evolving. Like,
I agree.
we had our postpartum episodes about, like helping wash the bottles or helping do this. Like, and now it's new help. It's different help that we need now.
And I think also too, on top of that layer, it's like, they're already doing so, like, I feel like he's already doing so much with work. I should be able to handle this.
Yeah.
Like, this shouldn't be hard, but it is mentally and physically exhausting. And the good thing is they get it. They know. He knows. So it's like, I think I just needed to know that he knew.
Yeah.
And not make it like, okay, I guess I feel better that you know, so we just need to talk about it.
Yeah.
Type of thing. But
yeah.
I think it's also thinking that they should know. And I don't know how to
express it. I feel like just expressing to us, like,
Yes.
I know you've, like, we need a little bit of words of affirmation, I feel like.
Exactly.
And I think, and like,
look, we don't get an award of an Employee of the Month award over here.
Exactly. Yeah. And so I think like we feel like what we're doing goes unnoticed, even though it doesn't.
Yes.
Like, it's just how it feels,
Yes.
But yeah, no, for sure. Like, Adrian's the first person to say, like, she's out there, like, even though, like, he works from home 95% of the time, but again, he steps out when he needs to, whatever.
Right.
But like, he knows what it takes.
Doesn't have to like schedule. Yes.
And I think also the other part that was like, it's kind of feels like you're not asking for permission, but like your schedule is dependent on their schedule.
Absolutely.
And that's such an ugly feeling.
Yes.
Thinking that it's like that, but like,
right.
Like Adrian said, we can make this work. Like, if you just say what we need, we can make it work,
Yep.
And I think that's part of it too, just feeling like we're dependent on their time. Our time is dependent on their time.
Yes.
And
absolutely.
Yeah. And that's where we were, even though I had my girls trip and we came back, but and it was like go, but I was still like, the first full week of just normalcy, I was like, because I hadn't gone back to the gym. We hadn't established that routine. We added, sports into our thing now. And it's not like a long thing, but it's just like, okay, I saw it as eating into my time, And, but he came.
Which is such a, like, I think it's such a far away from, like, imagine, being first as a mom. Your only priority is making sure that this baby is okay. That thought process of like, it's taking away from me time, like that growth, I think is big growth into putting yourself like first and thinking like, I know I need my me time. So I think that's a lot of growth that,
for sure,
I
do too.
Place.
Yeah. And it is. And recognizing that it's helpful to be better mom. Like, honestly, it's so much better. Come back refreshed and just ready to take on whatever, right? So yeah, so all that to say, like, those are conversations, I think, and we revisit. And another thing that I told him the other day was like, listen, I need like 30 to 45 minutes after you get done, and the days that I'm not going to work out, like, here in the house where I can just do the dishes in peace or finish dinner in peace. I need you to come and just be.
Yes.
Not me. I don't want to hear mama. I don't want to hear all those things.
That's the thing, is they can be sitting right in front of you and they are calling mom.
Yes.
It is not dad for some reason. So it's like a switch that has to go off. Like, I have to exit.
Yes.
And be told that I'm exiting, or tell them that I'm exiting. So that way they know, okay, dad. Oh, dad, not mom, because mom's not going to answer me.
Yeah.
And I've been putting my headphones on because I'm like, no, I'm off right now.
Yeah. Because I feel like it's also something to be said of having that peace in your own home. It's one thing to step away, but sometimes we just need to be like one in our home too. Like, I don't want to have to get away to feel like you've got this,
I agree.
And I think that's important. So that was another conversation that we recently had too, very recently, because I was like, I need this. I feel like you said, by the end I feel like I'm drowning, and I just feel like so mentally defeated because everybody's tired by the end of the day. And it's just like, mom, can't do that. Like, I was like, I would like to go to the restroom by myself. Like, like Santi's is still a stage 5 clinger right now. And and only with me. He doesn't do that with Adrian. With Adrian, he's an independent little boy. And so I'm like, I need, like, if he's coming to find me, I need you to grab him and take him. Or I need you to go lock yourselves in Antonio's in their room and just play. And, you know, and I think that has helped too. Like, that has helped significantly.
Yeah.
And so I think that's something that is helping my mental from day to day as well. Is every day perfect? No. But, you know, like, these conversations have to be reoccurring. And if it's not happening, then they need to, you know, happen more often. But yeah, for us, going back to just like what makes the day work, it does, like, getting out of the house helps a lot.
I like how you have the theme days at the library. You know, the Tuesdays are going to be the library, and you have to be there at a certain time. So it's not like a surprise, let's get out of the house type of thing. It's like, okay, we are planning to get out of the house.
Yes. And then, and I recently met a group of moms, and so that's like that's Wednesday, Fridays, with them, like, every week. I'll get into that in, like, I think the next episode, but, or I don't know, should I talk? I don't know. It's just a group of moms, and it's like they all have like 2.5 to 3-year-olds. There's one more that has almost like 1 month away from Santi, so you know, there's someone to fit both of my kids. And but they kind of treat it like a homeschooling cohort type of thing, co-op type of thing. Like, one mom each week gets to be the teacher, and they bring different activities for the kids to do.
That's so neat.
Yeah, they focus on the kids introducing themselves, like their name, and then letter sounds, the alphabet, and they can do whatever activity. This week she did a mystery box, and like it was a lot. She did like every letter of the alphabet. She kind of lost some of the kids out, but it was cute because they would reach in. Oh, what is this? What letters does that start with? And then we'd make the sounds, and then they guess. And then she did like a paint the box with a cotton swab activity. And
cute. Wow.
Yeah, get up and dance or move. Let's do, like, you know, head, shoulders, knees, and toes. And yeah, and so this is our second week doing that, which they're going to do it again tomorrow, which I don't know if I'm going to go, because today we had a beach day with one of the moms. Like, it was just us and our two kids.
Yeah.
And tomorrow it's like, so they do a park. Sometimes they do it at a park. Sometimes they do it at the beach. And so tomorrow they want to do it at the beach again. But I'm like, I don't know, we might be a little tired for that one. But it's nice. Like, it is nice.
And the fact that you're getting the invites is it's a change. Yeah. So that's good.
Yeah. No, this is like a solidified, that's the group chat that was going off earlier.
Okay.
And so they're all here on, you know, Miami Beach on the stretch. They're a little bit more north than me, but it's not like too bad. But yeah, so that's like another thing added to the routine. And I feel like in some days we just kind of like bum out in the mornings, you know, and then I try to make sure that they get their nap, and then after because I think I said this like on another episode, but between the hours, it's too hot. It's so hot outside.
Yes, like, that too.
Like, from
that has been something
12 to like 5, it's unbearable. We're at the parks that we normally go to. So then we kind of switch it up to evening park times, and, you know, we just try to do what we have to do during the day, maybe sit down and have that dedicated play time, then try to play on your own, have your nap. All right, now let's get out of the house. If we don't get out of the house early, then we have to get out of the house later. But getting them out at some point of the day is for sure necessary.
Always helpful. Yeah.
And I think that's like the extent to our like routine. But I do want to try and do more, like, let's go to, like, I want to get a few of like memberships, like to one museum that's like the aquarium museum, so like we can do that, and you know, just things like
add that to the rotation
that are also indoors, and you know, but getting him out and exposed to different things. But yeah, I think that's
we'll piggyback off of that. So well, and I guess we can say, like, the ages. I know you mentioned Nono turned 3 and Santi's 15 months. So my ages are 9, 6, and almost 3.
Just inhaled some dry air. Okay, sorry. Okay, so sorry. Say your ages again.
9, 6, and almost 3, Bella. So next year, Bella is going. I'll start with that. Bella is going back to daycare. I think we decided just until we get the routine of things, the hang of things, we'll see how it goes. But I really wanted this summer to not be like, hey, we're going to go do this activity and go do this and spend all this money when I know for some reason it wasn't in my plans this year, this summer. So we didn't do many activities, but Bella has to be potty trained by the time she is in her 3-year-old classroom. Potty trained. So we've been trying to work on that the last, I'd say month. So that I feel like that's been throwing off my schedule too, because in the mornings, I feel I'm really on it. Like, okay, we are going when Alexa goes off, we are going to the restroom. And it's normally she's good about holding it and I'll keep her in her chones all morning up until probably about 11 is whenever I want to then go to like a workout class and she'll normally nap still. So around the morning times, I know I can have like a slower morning or we'll go and just walk the pond. The boys can go fish before it gets super hot. Like if we are out like walking or something or just at the park because they can play at the park before 9:30, before 10, ideal. The only thing is they're not eating.
Yeah.
I get up, I cook this breakfast. They don't eat it. They're not hungry. Bella will eat. Bella girl eats everything. She eats all the time. It's the boys. I can't get them to eat the dang food. Unless it's pancakes with all kinds of syrup and all kinds of craziness. That they will scarf down. So I'm like, okay, you know what? Let's get something to go, and then we'll just go walk outside, and then maybe y'all will work up an appetite and then come back and be hungry, which sometimes that does work, but then that throws off like my time that I want to actually go to my one hot Pilates class that I also like, the hot yoga class at 11, and I like to get there a little bit early so maybe I can walk on the treadmill, get a little hot girl walk, something before, and then go to the workout class. So I was doing all this, trying to get them all through out the door, and then John's like, just leave them here. Leave them here. It's going to be much easier if you just leave them here and you go by yourself. And it has been so much easier. Like, I'm not worried about them eating because now I'm like, okay, he's got lunch covered. That's great. One less meal or has breakfast covered. Or he'll even bring home breakfast because his workout time, he likes to go in the morning.
In the morning. Yeah. Super early.
Will go. Yeah, super early, which he's been actually sleeping in. It's not his like early time. So, but he'll go and then right whenever he gets home, he either like will say, hey, I'm bringing breakfast, or hey, I'll make breakfast whenever I get home. So either I can go first thing in the morning too and go work out and then come back and then maybe we go and do the walk or whatever. Yeah. But sometimes too, I was thinking like which I try to go once a month to Costco and get our bigger things. It's kind of been trickling into like almost every 2 months, but like that's been our activity sometimes. Yeah. Not always is it pleasant, them three in the cart and getting all the things. And we end up racking up more than we need to and buying snacks that they don't even, but sometimes I like need them to pick out snacks. Like, what are you going to eat that actually have some substance in it? Yeah. So it is helpful going there. But I feel like those are some things that I look forward to. The library. We do love the library. And I have been very intentional about, and maybe it is the teacher in me still, making them do some sort of something in the summertime, the boys. Because when Bella naps, which we still try to do her naps, they will be reading. Jaden's reading to me. John, he can read on his own. And I've even like made it an incentive for John. Like, okay, if you can read for, X amount of time, or if you read for these 2 days in a row, then you can listen to the book as you read it, because I enjoy listening to the book. So I thought maybe he would like to listen to some of the books that he has, have like the voices and it's, animated. So I'll let him listen to it. We're not big on the iPads, but if it's so dang hot, maybe we bring them out a few times more than, and I feel like I felt guilty about it at first, but I'm like, okay, it is their quiet time. It is, the kids are outside all day long. They will literally, in that heat of the summer time, I will let them go swim. If they're done with swimming, which, Jaden had his ear, the swimmer's ear thing. I was like, okay, well, shoot, I don't want to like force them to go swim if they don't want to, but I also enjoy the pool. So if I'm out there reading, they will also go out there and read too. It's just like kind of the change of scenery too, going in the backyard versus staying inside and reading and cooling down. I don't know, but sometimes I feel like the quiet time is more for me than it is for them.
For sure. Yeah. Yeah. That was like a thing that I was like, what do the old, I mean, do y'all do a quiet time, because younger kids have the nap time. That's our quiet time.
Yeah.
But yeah, you have to do something for
Yeah.
them too, because
and we'll try to do something active with the boys. Like, and John's very good about it too. He's like, hey, look, like I will go out and play catch with them. I will go out and it's very convenient because we do have the park right here.
Yeah.
But like, he'll make it a point to go out, or I still love playing catch with them. So I'll go out and play catch with them. But then do I want to come back in and be all sweaty and stinky? Do I need a shower? No, I'm just going to just stay in the backyard. I could stay outside. Like, I love the heat. I love the summer. But realistically, am I staying outside all day long? No. Are the kids staying outside all day long? Yes. I don't know. They're crazy. They do love being outside. But I think it is helpful that we have the neighbors that are always out about too. I don't know. What else? We had the water table for a little bit. That was great for an hour.
Yeah.
What else? The boys did do this little like science kit experiment thing that one of them got for either Christmas or their birthdays. That has been nice. There's
a kiwi.co. Have you heard of that? I think it's kiwi.co. They do it's like a monthly, you could do monthly or you can do like quarterly, or they'll send you like based on their age group, like some kind of science activity or
That's cool.
like a whole interactive thing. And it's not like really expensive from the last time I checked, if I can recall, but I think it's called kiwi.co. That I did want to look into getting, and you can do like a one-time purchase or you could do like a subscription model too.
Okay.
To get like more hands-on activities and different ideas like that.
Yes.
I had seen it probably on TikTok, and then like actually a bartender once that one time when my mom was here that me and Adrian went out, she was like, I actually got this thing for like my niece and she loves it. And so yeah, that's something I think also to look into.
Okay. Yeah. I'll have to write it down. Another thing that I was going to mention is there is somebody that I follow on Instagram. Her name is Kendra something. I saw her reel about her kids. She's got 3 boys, very similar in age to the boys. The third one, I think, is the youngest is 6. So her oldest is 12, though. 12, 9, and then 6. Anywho, so one of the reels that I got when I started following her was something to do with Damien from Shark Tank. He reposted her reel, and it was of her kids each giving a presentation. They had to do their research. They had to give a presentation on where they wanted to go and why. And then the one that was chosen was the youngest one, and they went to Hawaii or something. But I started following her, and all of her stuff is so good because I feel like the boys and I resonated with her a lot because of the boys and how she's always just so like out and about, and she's active herself. She has like a YouTube channel that she used to do with workouts, and she now like works at Lifetime, and not our Lifetime, but just a Lifetime and wherever else in the US. But she has all of these like routines and like incentives throughout the house that she has for her boys. Oh my God. Nala. They can't watch anything else. Okay. One Bluey episode. Boys, say it on there, one Bluey. Say Bluey. What? Yes. Talk to the remote and tell it Bluey. John. She was about to start crying. You said Bluey. She had her sad face on and everything.
Hey, she lasted a longer time though.
She did. It's nighttime outside. I don't know how John's still at the course.
Know. Like, is there lights? I mean, I don't know much about golf, but it shut them down at a certain time.
Okay, so no, she has these like incentives because our big thing too this summer was like, you're a part of this household. You are going to be, especially for John because he's 9. Jaden, I think we treat Jaden a little bit older than 6, and I feel bad sometimes, but the kid,
he's capable.
He's capable. He's very capable. But sometimes we are harder on John for now. We'll see. Anywho, she's just like, she'll give them different like chore lists, and she's like, okay, if you can do this, and it's not rewarded with money.
Yeah.
It's always like chores. I don't believe in them being, rewarded with money. I think they should be, they're part of the house. They do these things. So, I've tried to like mimic some of the stuff that she's doing. So yeah, I'll find her name and I'll put her in the description, but I think it's Kendra Rally or Kendra something. And I love it.
Yeah. All the ideas are always good. And yeah, you always have to like learn new things as they're getting older. Definitely.
Yeah. Well, and I think it takes off some of the delegation, or like it helps me delegate some of the things to them, because I'm like, okay, they are capable. They can, even though I don't agree with how well they wash the dishes and put them in the dishwasher, I can still run the dishwasher.
Yeah.
And hopefully, and then rewash, But it's just like some sort of help and they want to help is the good thing. Yeah. So.
Oh, that's good. I think we kind of hit most of the things. Yeah. If y'all want us to go more in detail, we can. But I feel like, like Kristi said, I don't have a set routine, but we try to get through the day and try to get out of it. And we have our days, like the library days and XYZ, and now we have these group days. But I do think getting out of the house is one, whether, like Kristi said, just take a walk, or if you got to pack them kids up and take them somewhere, and then maybe spend enough time that you get those car naps and you just drive in silence, like that's another thing. Because I think a lot of the fear is sometimes with the little smaller kids is like, you don't want to miss that nap time. Like that's your sacred time.
Yeah.
And today was a no nap day, and it was a little crazy, but
same. Here, I thought she was going to be asleep before we started the recording. What was I thinking?
We got the energy.
Clearly, she's not as tired as we are.
Yeah, no, I wish I had their energy.
Yeah.
But no, I feel like, if you are having those just little blow-ups, that it probably is a deeper rooted issue, and you probably do need a little bit more step away time. And if your husband or your partner does have longer hours, or they work out of town, like kudos to you guys. And also just if you have family around, I think back to what we first said is like asking for that help. I think you can still ask for the help when needed. It doesn't have to be every day, but even if you start with 1 day a week, that you get a 2-hour break or whatever it is that you can take, try it.
And don't feel guilty about it. And I think in other ways, like the help, that just reminded me, like with like not a nanny, but maybe just like a helper, the care babysitter. I know it's hard to find somebody whenever you are out and not by your family, but maybe now that other moms, you can not take their babysitters, but maybe their babysitters have friends that they go to, that they go to school with, and that they can also recommend that it comes from, somebody that they know, and where.
Yeah, that's like my next, but I'm like, I'm going to wait a little bit until
they get a little bit older.
Or no, wait until like I get to know them better to see, like, because right now I'm feeling like some of them are in the same position. Like a lot of them are in the same position, that they're here with no family. I think there's only one that she's from Miami and her family is here, but I think everybody else, like one's from New York. I don't know where the other two are from, but it's giving that they're also just like, here. But they're also like, I think at least 3 of them, I think, go back for at least 15 months, because one of them, Ceci, she did tell me that she was like, that 2 of them were like a huge help when she had her second. So like it made it sound like they were probably like tight. And then this other one, they met her, and now it's me. And so But anyway, just seeing, that is, I'm like, hey, so y'all got a sitter or what? That's on the to-do list as well. But yeah, I do think, have those conversations with your partner on what you need and what can be done, and something can always be done. And if they're not open, it's something that they have to play their role too, the parenting role. And I think just having those hard conversations, hopefully they are receptive. But if they're not, then that's other issues. But, we definitely, I think y'all can make it work. And don't be like us and let the blow-ups happen, because it definitely
sure.
does. But if it does,
Yeah.
have that
We
inner look
understand.
and realize that it's something else that's causing it,
Yeah.
So, yeah, we hope you
take care of yourselves, Primas.
Yes, please fill up your own cups, because it is necessary, and it took it takes some time to get there. And I think as with each kid, it gets there faster.
Yes.
And so if it's your first and you're still like in that bubble, just it's okay, and it's totally fine.
That's very true. Yeah.
So we hope you took something away from this episode, and we are happy to be back and excited to give out some more content and just have more conversations with you guys. And yeah, I think that's all I have to say for now.
Yes.
Okay.
Until next time.
Adios.
Adios.